Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you good. What's up, man?
Awesome. No, I was just gonna say, what you're doing, man, I think is great. It's really hard to talk about stuff like that, or political views and stuff like that, without having opinions. And especially, you'll see it nowadays, like it'll tear families apart. And I already forgot what I was gonna talk about. You're talking about like terrorists, abortions, and all this other stuff. But
hmm
it's all crazy topics that, like, no matter your political view, if you're Republican, Democrat, or whatever. Like I see it nowadays too, especially with Donald Trump. Like you see it like tear families apart or just they vote. It's a little crazy. But I think what you're doing is pretty good, pretty awesome. But I don't know. I forgot what y'all were talking about last.
Um,
And went to like terrorists and somewhere crazy. I don't know.
yeah, I
From
appreciate
like
it.
the first side view.
One of the big things when I look at political stuff, I just feel bad. I feel like I'm seeing people be abused by this administration and also politics in general because people are lied to so
Yeah,
much about policy and it's hard for them to tell
yeah,
who's telling the truth or not. So like I understand policy. I went to school for a lot of it. I experienced a lot of it in real life. I had a chance to work in my state's capital for a decent amount of time. I worked with other, in other areas as well. So I understand policy stuff and I can go to the mechanic. I could tell if a mechanic's good or not. I don't know how to work on cars, not necessarily. I know some people can. You can do your oil change and stuff like that, but for other actual things with the engine and whatever else, and I don't know how to do an inspection, whatever. I can still tell if a mechanic is bad or not. But it seems like with politics, because everyone votes on social issues, they can't really tell like, oh, this policy benefits me or doesn't benefit me. And I see people essentially voting away their rights and voting away their ability to organize in unions and they don't even know it
yeah.
because the politician lies to them about a lot of this stuff or healthcare or whatever it might be.
Wealthy corporations and social media companies design their content in a way that'll make us fight each other. On Jolah Talks Politics, echo chambers will be broken. Whether I'm reviewing a video or talking to a live caller, this means unfiltered, uncensored, and sometimes uncomfortable conversations. And that's okay. It's never going to be easy. Easy's not going to fix everything we see happening right now. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Also consider supporting my channel in the description down below. Thank you.
Well, that's been going on for decades, though.
Yeah, yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
I mean, if it really reads the bills, like not only before like the Elon stuff too, but I mean, who really reads all these bills whenever they're passing them? I mean, there's no. That's what I told my buddy too. That'd be cool to have like an app that would pull up these bills in real time. Like, oh yeah, you can check it out right there. But how many people will actually read them? You know?
They have a
How
thing
many
like
people-
that for even state houses. You can get notifications
Yeah,
as a bill moves, but no one's gonna actually do that.
no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, the public too. I forgot what I said too. I gotta apologize for you too. They call you dumb or something like that because even like my father was an immigrant coming up here, and I'm like the second or like the first generation up here. And even then, he did all right. But at the same point, like he didn't really like other immigrants up here, just for how they were or how they treat themselves in public as well. And I don't know if that's like a culture thing with other immigrants coming into different countries or stuff like that. But at the same point, like at some time, you do got to cut some of this stuff off. And like me myself, I did like 8 years active army, and I think it just like Germany, like every male citizen should go to the military for so many set of years or a year and a half or something like that, just for the country, and it makes you mature a little more quicker, and it instills a little discipline in you too, you know.
Well, I went
And
through enough stuff growing up. I had to grow up early, so I didn't really need that. Um, when you have tragedy happen, sometimes you got to put yourself in stressful situations to train yourself how to grow up or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's right now Republicans are explicitly. I mean, I hate saying groups like that because there's some people who are decent, but they're anti-immigration in general as a concept. They are not just against illegal immigration; they're against undocumented. They don't even know the difference. I mean, I know it's complicated, but like asylum seekers, they don't like protective status. They don't like withholding status. They don't like. These are all different, complicated immigration terms. But they call everyone illegals, everyone. And like immigrants made this country great, like at the academic level, at the working class level, middle class. Like immigrants literally built this country. And I'm when I read into our history even more, I'm even more confident saying that because Republicans will be like, well, no, the immigrants didn't build the country. They literally did. Like the railroads, the roads, the tech, like everything about this country. The reason we've done so well being a free country, because usually it's an authoritarian country like China. that can move things around. We've been able to get the talent. Look at the Olympics. We can get talent from every culture and every country around the world, accept them, and they become American. American is bigger than just race or skin color or whatever. We have done a great job being a melting pot. And that's the best thing about our country. And like the Trump admin's killing it. They don't care about the legal path. They don't care about that at all. They're deporting college students for having speech they don't like, doing thought policing. So like it's just insane. It's bad for the country. Immigrants are much more peaceful than naturally born American citizens, and it's just no one cares because they're afraid of them.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, bro, and that's what they're complaining about now too, with the tariffs, especially with the farmers and stuff too. They're like, hey, well, where the immigrants from? We need them, you know, and it's a double-edged sword. That's part of it, you know. So I mean, it's a good idea. Yeah, you come over here for a good life. I understand it. I understand why so many people come, you know. But at some point, you got to cut that off. And not only that, but there's something else to look out too, because I got sisters too like this where they'll be stuck on welfare too. They got like so many kids, and I see it with her daughters too. It's doing in the same trap. It's like habit forming. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
the vast
like,
majority of people I knew on welfare used it the right way and got jobs, but it's just like it's 99% or 95% disabilities and everything. So the fraud rate is actually very low. It would probably cost us more money to cut down on the fraud than it would to just like let some people get it who don't need it, and then make sure everyone that needs it does get it. So like I mean I'm very pro welfare. It's good stimulus for the local economies as well. Like Europe gives cash to people. They don't even have like SNAP or anything. Like they just give cash. So I mean,
well, have you been to Europe? I lived in Germany for like 3 years. It's pretty dang nice. It's really nice.
yeah, but it's a high trust society. Like they'll give money to people rather than just like give welfare like we do in America, and they have better outcomes there. They have less poor people, they have higher social mobility, they have better healthcare, they live like 6 years longer on average than we do. And in America, it's all me. You know, I'm not going to give back to the community because they think the government's evil, so they don't trust the government, so they don't participate in it, and therefore the government's going to be taken over by corporate interest and big money if the people don't actually like learn about how it works. So we're going a pretty bad direction because of that.
You're not lying right there. You're not lying. Not lying. I think it's most civilians, even me too. We're just more obsessed with what's going on in our world, our family, right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't got time to go to the city meeting or go see what Senate's talking about. Like we don't got time to do all that stuff, you know. And
Yeah.
no, it does tear people apart and makes it a little crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. What you're doing right now is pretty good. I know you probably get a lot of flack from it too. From the comments or even talking to people too, stress you out a little minute.
Yeah, they're all Russian bots for real. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen it, the school shooter from FSU, Florida State University, is a Republican Trump supporter, son of a sheriff's deputy. He used the sheriff deputy's gun. He quotes the Bible on social media, and he makes fun of anti-Trump protesters. And he's not trans or an illegal immigrant, but he did shoot up a school. So
Wait,
I guess all white people suck now, right? Using that logic. Using MAGA logic, all white people are evil. That's what they do with immigrants, right? Did they get due process? Did the people who died there get due process? Like,
nobody ever told you grade somebody by the value of their character, not the color of the skin. Like if they're a piece of shit. I'm sorry, we can't curse on it. If they're a dirtbag, they're a dirtbag. You know.
Well, that's the issue, though. People see a brown person on TV, like they say, "Oh, this immigrant did a crime." Now it's the fault of every immigrant in America, whether
people get stereotyped. I've been stereotyped before. It happens, you know.
Yeah, but the issue is not just stereotyping. It's when they're sending innocent people to like a foreign prison, or they're sending innocent people to being detained, or they're taking U.S. citizens and detaining them and sending them off somewhere. Like that's when it gets bad. Is when the government uses the stereotyping as government policy to arrest people.
Are you talking about the Maryland guy, the Maryland father, or whatever his name was?
No, actually, he is one of like 100 cases we have of people who did not have any evidence of them being criminals, and they were here on legal asylum seeking grounds, who were sent to El Salvador. There's actually a kid that came out today. He was ripped off the plane last second, and I don't know if he's a kid, but I forget his age. But he was ripped off the plane last second. He was able to go to court, and he's now staying in America instead of going to the El Salvador prison, because in America, or because he was actually able to see a courtroom, and in the courtroom there was no evidence of him doing anything wrong or being a gang member. So like due process for these people to save them. So these are hundreds of people that are innocent, and we sent off to a prison in El Salvador. So
well, every case varies. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it's true or false for
Well,
the
okay, here, look up these
education.
then. I'm going to bed soon, but look up professional soccer player Venezuela. He was tortured by electric shock, escaped their dictatorship, made
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
America through a
heard
legal
that.
port of entry.
Yeah.
There's the gay makeup artist. There's the barber. There is the guy with the
Wait,
autism awareness tattoo. They said the autism tattoo was a sign of a gang. There's a 19-year-old
I'll let
kid
you
and a
know.
19-year-old. They accidentally
No,
took into a van, like a 19-year-old. They shipped to El Salvador, who was the wrong guy. They still took him. There's
I'll
tons
let
of
you
instances
know.
of this happening.
I'll let you in common law around the world. They don't accept gays, not around the world. Some countries do it. They don't do it around most of them.
Well, in El
You know what
Salvador,
I'm
probably just
saying?
get beaten and raped. So whatever.
I mean, it is what it is. And some, whether
Well,
it's
when the U.S.
religion or
government is
it's
using accusations and
some,
stereotyping to send people there, that's the issue, right? With no due process. So that's the big concern.
I did just want to tell you, bro, you're doing a good job. I think people like you, bro, are going to go out there. Like, y'all should be the next running for senators. Like, if y'all can have these conversations or debates with people on live who are going to be crazy and outrageous, then I think you could do it right there in the public setting, bro. And honestly, it's hard to get up. Like, most people have the, how you say, the fear of talking in public. And especially when the pressure's on you and it's on the nation too, or on your beliefs and other people's beliefs. I think like it's going towards people here that are really talking, that really have values that everybody else shares as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the call.
Every single one of us is media. For us to overcome what's happening right now, we all need to push in the right direction. Whether you make your own content, if you share my content or another creator you like, thank you so much for supporting this. We all need to do our job. And I really appreciate what you have to give, whether it's financial or not. If you cannot afford to donate, do not donate. Share the video around, drop a like, comment, subscribe. You are helping more than you could ever imagine.